These are the most terrifying natural disaster moments caught on dash cam. I don't know if y'all know, but like, I'm a huge weather head, bro. I watch Ryan Hall, y'all, every day. Shout out to my GOAT.
From a driver in Tennessee who got caught in the middle of a powerful tornado, and an earthquake in Taiwan that nearly flipped this city bus, to a massive rockfall in China that obliterated one person's car, and a team of Australian firefighters who had to take cover during a burnover.
The worst natural disaster to me is earthquakes, bro. They scare me so bad. And I think it's because I grew up in Tennessee where tornadoes happen all the time.
Yanjing County, China is a mountainous community in Yunnan province. It's home to nearly 500,000 people, many of whom live in the world's narrowest city. We are, of course, referring to the county seat of Yanjing City, built along the banks of...
Bro, look at that. Look how they build the city on the side of the mountains, bro. That is crazy. All that architecture just right there on the riverbank. Nah, I'm good off it. I am so good off it.
The Nanxi River. It seems like a city wedged between two mountains is primed for landslides and rockfalls.
Right.
One of those rockfalls struck on January 26th of 2024. A local man was driving along the G85 Yinkun Expressway when his dashcam captured boulders rolling down the mountain.
Oh my God, do y'all see that? Oh my God.
你车找哪个呀？我回去。我知道，我知道。快点。到这儿，到这儿，到。
That's terrifying.
Our driver backed up as far as he could, worried that more rocks could fall at any moment. Once he was safe and convinced it was over, he left his car to investigate. Just look at how big some of these boulders are.
Bro. Look at that car! I don't know why, but this just reminded me I want to go to China so bad. So if anybody has been to China, let me know, because I'm low-key scared. Like, what if they don't like, you know, this type of people? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so scared of that, but I want to go, bro.
In the United States, we have devastating forest fires. In Australia, they have catastrophic brush fires. Between November 25th and December 2nd of 2015, a massive fire moved across South Australia.
I remember this.
It burned over 200,000 acres and caused over $170 million in damages.
200,000 acres? Am I tweaked or... That's ridiculous.
The day the fire started, firefighters rushed toward danger to try and head the flames off. But, as we know, fire is unpredictable. It can speed up and change direction at a moment's notice. As firefighters raced down the road, they quickly realized they wouldn't reach the other side.
Bro. This looks like Armageddon, bro.
We are going to get pumping here. Looks like we are near the head of this fire. Get up here. Here it comes, the head's coming. Nick, stay there.
Get out of there!
We're going to go in a burn over very, very quickly now. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Get the fucking front burn!
Yo, it's blue. It's blue. That means it's hot as hell, right? When fire is red, that means it's like hot. But when it's blue, it's like hot.
Burn over, Scotty, burn over. Burn over, Scotty. Jesus Christ.
How are they not dead?
The fire had completely engulfed their trucks. Burnover mode was their only option. Unfortunately, burnover is the last word any firefighter wants to hear.
What does that mean? What the hell is burnover?
We are
Mosley's Road, Woolships. I'll say go back over.
When firefighters enter burnover mode, they either slip into heat-resistant bags or deploy protective curtains made of the same material. It looks like thick aluminum foil. It keeps them safe as the fire burns over their trucks or the immediate area. Meanwhile, hoses will douse the trucks in water to keep them cool and not engulfed in flames. Burnover drills are a last resort because they can't last forever. Firefighters have to hope the blaze moves on and they're not left sitting in the middle of it. Thankfully, these brave Australian firefighters made it out alive. Others weren't as lucky, as the pinery fire put dozens in the hospital and burned down 87 homes.
Wow, bro. That's terrifying.
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Oh, y'all ain't know. I'm from Tennessee, bro. I grew up there. I'm from Nashville, though, but that's like 30 minutes away from my home city, bro. What up, Clarksville? Shout out Clarksville. Shout out Bill.
Major city off Route 24, about 50 miles northwest of Nashville. It's next door to Fort Campbell, home to the 101st Airborne Division. On December 9th of 2023, a tornado touched down on top of Fort Campbell, slightly north of Sabre Airfield.
I remember this.
It passed through rural
This is about a year before I moved out of there.
areas outside the city before intensifying to EF3 strength. That's when it crossed Highway 41 and smashed into some local businesses. This driver had no idea he was heading into the eye of the storm until it was too late. 25-year-old Cameron was driving past the Wendy's on Tinytown Road. Ominous clouds loomed overhead, and light rain began falling on his car. Then, out of nowhere, an electric transformer exploded. Debris began falling from the sky as 150-mile-per-hour winds battered Cameron's car. Another box exploded in bright blue sparks. Cameron said, "Nope," and turned down a residential street. But that's when all hell broke loose. Cameron could hardly see 10 feet ahead as debris smashed his car and cracked his windshield. He's lucky he didn't strike any other vehicles as he raced beneath bending power lines. He finally made it out of the danger zone and never looked back. It's too bad the video has no audio, or else we'd have let it play, but I think the footage more than speaks for itself. In the end, our driver was fine. A bit shaken up, surely, but thankfully uninjured. The Clarksville storm lasted over an hour.
Oh my God. That is some of the craziest footage I have ever seen in my life. Wow, bro.
And traced a 48-mile path of destruction. It caused millions of dollars in damages and was one of the worst tornadoes to hit the city since the late 90s.
It's crazy, bro.
On April 3rd of 2024,
another point that I learned, China is the country with the second most tornadoes in the world. The United States makes up like the majority of tornadoes that happen in the world.
Powerful 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck the east coast of Taiwan near Hualien City. The county-level city, home to roughly 100,000 people, was just starting its day when the ground began shaking around 8 a.m. local time. A commuter on their way to work had their dashcam rolling when the earthquake struck the highway overpass. Every car on the road shook like it was on a spring. The bus on our driver's left nearly toppled over.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bro.
由生活圈、
中正汉口街、品家77、
国外特区、核心热区站前商圈。
高规格精品住宅，亲民价格，物超所值，是您入住台北市的最佳选择。
Bro, I live in LA now, so I've done felt a few little earthquakes. An earthquake that is strong enough for you to feel it in the car? That's how you know it's a strong one. Because when you're in the car, dog, I remember driving one day, and then when I got home, everybody was like, yo, you feel that earthquake? I was like, what? No, I didn't feel an earthquake. But it's because I was in the car. Your car got shocked, so you don't really feel it unless it's crazy enough to throw your car around. Being on top of a bridge during an earthquake? Nah.
As
For
bad
real.
as it looks, the Taiwan earthquake could have caused a lot more damage.
Look at
In
the
fact,
bus, bro.
only a handful of buildings collapsed in a city with tens of thousands of structures. That's because Taiwan has been preparing for this moment since 1999, after the Chi-Chi earthquake, the worst in Taiwanese history, claimed 2,400 lives
Wow.
and leveled thousands of buildings. Ever since, there hasn't been a building project in Taiwan that hasn't undergone strict earthquake testing. All new projects, like these highways, are built to withstand powerful quakes.
Wow, bro, that's crazy.
On January 1st of 2024, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake rang in the Japanese New Year.
Sheesh,
It struck
bro.
just after 4 p.m. on the Noto Peninsula, a stretch of land off the Ishikawa prefecture. The ground shook for 50 harrowing seconds,
Oh.
but that's not where the destruction ended. The earthquake triggered a tsunami that took many Noto residents by surprise. The Shiromaru district, which faces the bay on Noto's eastern coast, was hit especially hard. Waves washed onto the streets, washing anything away that wasn't bolted down. Dashcam footage from a parked car shows how violent the earthquake was. In fact, this event was the most powerful tremor to hit the Ishikawa prefecture since 1885.
Bro, look
it was
at
also
that.
the strongest to hit mainland Japan since the 2011 earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear disaster.
Dog, the
Buildings
road
rock
is
back
moving.
and forth, and those power lines look like they're on the verge of collapse. On average, earthquakes only last between 10 and 30 seconds, so people around Noto began to worry when this one eclipsed the 40-second mark. Just when they thought they were clear, tsunami waves began crashing over
my
the sea
gosh,
walls.
bro.
Water flooded the streets, carrying debris and other loose objects. This poor tire shop owner probably lost his entire inventory. The water even gets high enough to move our parked car. Thankfully, it doesn't go very far. From the rear, you can clearly see the earthquake leaving large cracks in the road. Some of the
Yeah.
pavement even pops up and breaks loose. It's a small example of how vulnerable we are to Mother Nature and how much damage she can do with ease.
That's terrifying. Yo, I take it back. I said earthquakes are the scariest. Actually, the scariest, tsunamis. Without doubt, without question, it's tsunamis. Well, I know tsunamis and earthquakes kind of go hand in hand, but like, what's scarier than the ocean taking over your house? Nothing, bro. Nothing. Nothing on earth is scarier.
After some time, the camera cuts and the tsunami wave rolls in. Like before, the street is full of debris, and at one point, our car even begins to float. Thankfully, the tsunami was relatively small in comparison to others and subsided soon after.
That's
the Noto
crazy,
earthquake
bro.
damaged or destroyed nearly 50,000 homes. Most of them were full of families at home celebrating New Year's Day, which Japan recognizes as a public holiday. According to government estimates, the earthquake will cost Japan over $17 billion in
Jeez,
repairs.
bro.
Luzhou, China is a prefecture-level city in Sichuan province. Fun fact, it's known as the Liquor City and is famous for its alcoholic beverages. Everyone's drink
be
of
getting-
choice is Bai
They be getting figgity fucked up, boy.
City and is famous for its alcoholic beverages. Everyone's drink of choice is Baijiu, a clear liquid distilled from grain with a 60% ABV. It packs a punch after a long day. On May 24th of 2023, a trucker was driving through the crowded streets of Luzhou. His bed was loaded with dirt, and all he could think about was getting off his shift and enjoying a glass of baijiu. A random sinkhole decided to ruin his after-work plans. Our dashcam follows the trucker as he navigates a busy road. Then, suddenly, the back end dips, and the whole truck falls into a massive sinkhole. It almost pulls another car down with it. Our driver takes a few moments to collect himself before popping the door open.
What the hell are you supposed to do? You're just cruising down the street and the earth opens up and you fall to hell. Like, what the? Yo, what the fuck, bro? Dude, that's terrifying, bro.
哦，这个是怎么会弄空啊？这个。看下，哇，这边。
At least the hole is partially filled now, right? According to reports, the sinkhole covered over 320 square feet.
Wow,
Thankfully,
bro.
our driver made it out safely and nobody else got hurt.
That's terrifying.
Lopburi, Thailand is a small city about 90 miles northeast of Bangkok. It's home to roughly 58,000 people who, fun fact,
Wait, did he say where this was? This is in Bangkok is in Thailand, right? I think I just cooked.
share the city with nearly 5,000 crab-eating monkeys.
Hey,
All the monkeys were
he's
indoors
cute.
on May 7th of 2020 when a powerful thunderstorm moved over the city. A local Lopburi man was driving home from work as strong winds pushed against the power lines on either side of the road. Once one fell, they all came down.
That's crazy, bro. That wind. Uh-oh. 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 Yo, bro is just driving over these power lines. I'm pretty sure those are live and can blow your car up. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't do it. I'd just sit there. Look. Bro's finna get toasted. Yo, Thailand looks a lot like Oklahoma. What the hell? That's crazy. It really does, though. This looks like the Midwest. Or the Great Plains.
Our driver, Anon Si Phanom, said he was lucky to be alive. A few more feet, and he would have been toast. He did the smart thing and got off the road before the other set fell. According to the CDC, if a power line falls on your car while you're still inside, you should stay put with the engine running. The ground under your vehicle could electrocute you if you step on it while touching the car. However, your car's outer shell will keep you safe if you stay inside. The only reason you should ever exit before help arrives is if your car catches fire. But at that point, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. If you have to get out, ensure you're not touching the ground and the car simultaneously. It helps if you jump as far away as you can. Just try not to land on the power lines.
Sheesh, bro. Oh my god.
Bijie, China is a prefecture-level city in Guizhou province. It's home to about 6.5 million people who recently learned a valuable lesson about black ice. It was January of
6.5 million people in one city? Bro, China's different, bro. It's different over there.
2023. Even for a province in southern China, Guizhou can still get pretty cold in winter. On January 16th, it got so cold that a long slick of black ice formed over the Bijie Weining Expressway. One person lost control and crashed, setting off a chain reaction you have to see to believe.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! They all survived? That's insane. Another one!
Now you can't tell from our dashcam, but more cars keep adding to the pile. Eventually, the expressway was locked in one of the worst traffic jams we have ever seen.
Bro.
Imagine being stuck in the back, wondering why nothing is moving. Luckily, nobody got seriously injured during the pileup. Police eventually cleared the road, and salt trucks came by to remove the ice. By then, it was too late. Maybe next time they'll salt the roads before everything turns into an ice rink. If you enjoyed this video and want to
Wow. If you like the video, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.